Yo, I'm Bob, totally blind since birth into Star Wars, talking about Season 3, Episode 3 of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. 19th chapter of the show overall. Spoilers ahead, watch it before listening to my thoughts, jumping right in. You were warned. So this one's called The Convert. I think I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I love the stuff on Coruscant. It had a post Return of the Jedi era expanded universe feel to it. I'm thinking about possibly around the Jedi Academy trilogy, where the New Republic took Coruscant back from the Warlords. What is it, a second time by that point? Yeah, the New Republic is firmly in control of Coruscant here in canon, and cool to see Dr. Pershing again. I wonder if it's for the last time, though. What a tragic episode for this guy. He's got the best of intentions. He's really trying to move forward with his life. He's given speeches on how beneficial he feels cloning could be to saving people's lives. We get that bit of backstory in this episode about how he wanted to go into cloning in the first place. He lost his mom because her heart gave out, hence why he wants to go into the whole Strandcast cloning thing. And of course, you've got Katee O'Brien back as Gideon's comms officer. And when she came on screen, even in the recap there, I was thinking, all right, she's going to be up to no good. I wish I could say I trusted her a little bit, but I wasn't surprised at all that she was pulling some crafty stuff in this episode. I mean, she was on Gideon's cruiser. She just seems like she's unswervingly loyal to the Empire here. And then you've got poor Dr. Penn Pershing in contrast. He really wants to use his research for the benefit of all. And he's not that happy with where he is in terms of the New Republic. He's doing data card work here. He feels like he should be doing what he does best, which is being a scientist. And he's asking people at work if some of the old mothballed Imperial lab tech stuff can be used for the New Republic. And he's told to file a form, such and such of a number. And that, of course, takes too long. So he's a bit frustrated. I like how he has to attend those therapy sessions. And those droids ask him the same questions rather, every day. Are you angry with your coworkers? Are you angry with the New Republic government? And he even asked them, well, hey, can I continue my research for the benefit of the New Republic? And she's like, oh, no, your research was cloning, and this is unethical or something to that extent. I've only seen the episode twice, but he's being denied at every turn here, and he just wants to continue, saving lives, in his opinion. And that's just not the case. I like how the comms officer really tries to get in good with him, because she's eyeing the equipment that he needs, and he is a means to an end for her. So I like the bit of a date that they go on there. They do get to the, what is it, Ootmate? I can't figure out how to pronounce that. I think it's Ootmate or something like that. And you see all the kids running around the boulder, the peak of the mountain there on Coruscant. I couldn't help but think of the Lusankia deep beneath the surface of Coruscant in the old Legends novels. I don't know if it's still down there in terms of canonical stuff, but you mentioned mountains on Coruscant, and that's definitely where my mind goes. Coruscant's not mentioned in the sequels. I think it fell to a lawlessness by that point. Who knows? Maybe the Lusankia is sleeping beneath the planet's surface. Maybe it isn't. That's definitely where my mind went. So the scene where Pershing decides to get the equipment that he needs to go behind the back of the New Republic and continue his research. I like when he gets to Kane's door, when he rings the bell and she answers the door. You hear this really ominous music, and to me it sounds very, very similar to the ominous opening notes of Palpatine's teachings from the Revenge of the Sith soundtrack. If you go to that scene in The Mandalorian, listen to them talking, and then he's convincing himself that he's doing the right thing. After that scene, it kind of extends into that where he's, I guess he's in front of his mirror or something and he's talking to himself. If you compare that music with the opening bit from Palpatine's teachings from Revenge of the Sith, it really does sound similar. And I think it's appropriate because it's dealing with extending life. It's dealing with exploring something you probably should leave alone, even though you do have the best of intentions. So, you've got them sneaking to that mothballed Star Destroyer to get the equipment that they need. Very tense scene aboard the train there. They're jumping from car to car. They're trying to evade the security droids. And he gets what he needs. Unsurprisingly, though, she takes what she needs and he is set up. According to the audio description track, she makes off with that case of mobile lab equipment that he had obtained. So I think she's in the clear. She comes off looking like a little Miss Goody-Good to the rehabilitation folks when he wakes up there in custody. And that scene where the Mon Calamari is applying what he calls the mitigator and what Pershing calls the mind flayer to Pershing's head, it's quite chilling. Very creepy. And it's even creepier when Kane, when she convinces her Twi'lek counselor or whatever he is that she wants to stay behind because he's a friend. And right after the counselor leaves, she just cranks that knob all the way up. And rather than soothing him, easing his mind, I think she turned it into scrambled eggs, which is a bit baffling to me. Although it does make sense because if she is still unswervingly loyal to Gideon and to the Empire, she doesn't want this information falling into the hands of the New Republic. I guess Pershing's research can be continued if they have an equally intelligent scientist at their disposal. And you got to think that they do. I don't know for sure, but maybe they do, maybe they don't. That was a really tragic bit to the episode. Maybe Grogu will show up on Coruscant one day, heal this guy's head. I mean, Grogu's a bit of a healer. Anyway, the stuff with Din and Bo-Katan I really, really liked. I wish we'd gotten a bit more of them in this episode. But we get to see them leaving the mines of Mandalore. I like the ominous music that plays when Bo decides to probe Din about what he saw beneath the living waters. And she's keeping the information about the mythosaur to herself. You got that really cool scene there on Kalevala where the TIE interceptors show up. I'm just glad they didn't encounter a Star Destroyer in system. Something had to have dropped those ships off unless these TIE interceptors had hyperdrives installed. They can if they need to. Maybe, maybe not. So yeah, that was a really cool fight scene there, really cool dog fight. And I loved Bo-Katan's gauntlet fighter there. I thought the scene where the TIE bombers reduced Castle Kreese to rubble was heartbreaking. And I'm glad they met their end. Din was able to get into the N1 starfighter and help out a little bit. But there were so many more blips that started showing up, and they had to jump to hyperspace. They had to get to the other Mandalorians. And you've got that scene on the unidentified planet where Din is redeemed. Just 3 episodes into the season, that's cool. He's got the flask. He proved that he bathed in the living waters, but he got a cool 2-for-1 deal in the mines because Bo-Katan also bathed in the living waters, and she's redeemed too. She's welcomed into that sect of the Mandalorians. But you got Bo-Katan, and she's eyeing that mythosaur skull on the wall at the end of the episode. Bit of ominous music playing there again. And then we see Paz Vizsla. He's standing there in the back, and he's watching the both of them. So things aren't all sunshine and roses there. I really loved the episode. I think during the scene there on Kalevala where they were being attacked by TIE interceptors, and Bo mentions having ticked off some Imperial warlords. kind of wanted to hear Warlord Zinja's name dropped from the old Legends books. Or maybe, oh, the Iron Fist is in system, but none of that. I doubt we'll see anything like that in canon, but I still really like the dogfight there. Like I said, 9.5 out of 10. Just a really fun and sinister episode overall. Hopefully Dr. Pershing will be back. I don't know, though. I don't think he will. Anywho, till next time, guys. May the Force be with you. I guess if Pershing is back, all he'll say is, ay, unless he's healed. Anywho, hear you next week.